how to shorten your sales cycle by using content. I have learned so much about content creation these past 3 years of building this business, using content as the main strategy to attract qualified leads to me, from the point where they discover me to the point where they're making a purchase. So hopefully this video can give you some clarity around how you can use content as a way to attract qualified leads to your business. And I think many of us, when we start our journey, we are thinking that we want to make money. That is our main objective. That is our main goal, to earn money, whether it is to earn money for reinvesting into stock and funds, or to build personal wealth, whether it is to save enough money to quit your full-time job and do this full-time, or whether it is to fund your personal lifestyle, whatever it is. But I want you to think about, before you start this journey, I want you to think about, how are you going to generate revenue? How are you going to get money in? So before you start your journey, I want you to reflect upon a few things. First of all, how are you going to generate revenue? How are you going to get money in? Are you going to be an influencer trying to grow a large audience to attract brand deals or sponsorships? Or are you going to create a business to try to sell something to someone and get money in that way? Because regardless of what of those two alternatives you pick, is going to influence how you're making content. So you need to pick, what are you going to do? So let's say that you want to start a business. I want to create something to sell to someone. Then you need to think about, what am I going to sell? Are you selling a product, or are you selling a service? Because selling a product is different than selling a service. If I'm going to sell this iPad, I know how this iPad works. I know what result it gives. I know how it looks. I know I can touch it. I can feel it. I can smell it. It's physical. I know what I'm buying. Am I packaging my knowledge and trying to sell my time and selling my service? The prospect or the customer cannot touch it, cannot feel it, cannot smell it. They can't see it. So you need to communicate the value of something that is not tangible. So you need to create a picture of the desired result that the prospect is buying. So it's a different way of communicating the value. So you need to decide, I'm starting a business, and what am I selling? Am I selling a service or selling a product? So if you're selling a service, what type of service are you selling? So are you selling a low ticket service or a high ticket service? Are you selling high volume but lower price? Are you selling a high price but lower volume? Because those two buyers, they think fundamentally different. So you need to create content that is best aligned with how those buyers are making buying decisions. So usually if you're selling a high ticket service, the sales cycle is longer. So when you have that all figured out, the next thing you need to decide upon is, how am I generating leads for a business? Because you need to have leads in to convert to customers. If you don't have customers, you don't have revenue. If you don't have revenue, you don't have a business. So you need to figure out, what type of lead generation strategy do I need to pick so I can get customers and get revenue. So either you can have referrals, you can have affiliates, you can have outbound, so you can go and knock on doors or sliding into people's DMs, or you can have paid advertising, so you pay for your customers, or you can use content as a way to attract people to you. You need to pick something. You need to have something, a lead generation strategy in place to get revenue in. So you need to pick one of these things and commit to it. So you decide that you want to create content to attract qualified leads to you. And this is where people get it wrong. Okay? And this is how I started my journey as well. This is how my thought process and my steps when I started my business, December 2020. I decided to go full in, and what I did was I binged so many YouTube videos and I followed so many accounts on social media that was aimed to grow a large audience, to get likes, to get comments, to get a high engagement, because I thought that if I was going to sell something, I need to get this in front of as many people as possible to go viral, to grow a large audience, because a large audience equals revenue. That was my thought process, and it was not accurate. That is not correct. But like, I get the thought process. It was a natural step for me to take. I binged so many YouTube videos on how to go viral, how to get likes, how to get high engagement, how to sell on social media. And of course, what popped up was the videos with most views, most likes. That was general. And I think like it has nothing to do with me being stupid or you being stupid. It has everything to do with the maturity, the industry maturity. Like how sophisticated are you in the market? We're just starting out. We have no idea how this market works, what doesn't work. And my immediate thought was like, likes equal sales, followers equal sales. And I, like, after 6 months, I figured out that like this isn't working, obviously. I grew to 8,000 followers and I struggled so much trying to sell. And I mimicked what everybody else was doing because I followed all of these big accounts and they all did the same thing. Using trending audios, like lip syncing reels, dancing reels, whatever, and trying to go viral. So I thought like, so I need to do the same. And I did so many weird videos that I'm not going to share with y'all. But that was what I did, and did not work, and I got frustrated. So I think it's a natural thing where people start is to do all of these steps. So whenever I talk to new accounts that follow me or whatever, and ask, okay, so where are you in the journey? And it's like, they just started out, and I'm like, good for you. And I'm not trying to convince them on anything, because I know what kind of, I know that the learning curve they're going through. I know what kind of step they're going to take. They're going to go through the exact same steps that I did. So I'm not trying to convince them on anything. And like my content is made for those who are done with that type of journey. Because when you are done with that type of journey, you know that thing is not working. You know that you've tried it to go viral, didn't work, nobody buys. You're frustrated because you don't understand why. Because you believe so much in your product, in your service, like this is the best service, this is the best program, and you don't understand why people are not buying. So when I talk to people who are in that stage, I'm like, go for it, good for you. And I know that in 6 months time, in 9 months time, they're going to be frustrated. Like, because I was in the same situation. So it's like when you're first time mom and you're booking a holiday and you're taking your toddler who's 15 months old on a vacation, and you think that this is going to be such an amazing vacation, going to Spain, 32 degrees, going to create so many memories, going to be like, we're going to relax, have a good time, and it's hell on earth. It's warm, the kid does not sit still more than 5 minutes, it's food everywhere, and you need to, like, every day you need to go out on restaurants to eat. And the food gets cold because you have to run after your toddler, and you just think to yourself, like, I have 12 days left of this hell on earth before I can go home, because you think that it's going to be so amazing. But you just, like, so when some of my friends say that I booked a vacation, me and, like, she's a first time mom and they're booking a vacation, stuff like that, and I'm like, good for you. And they just need to experience it. And, like, I am never doing it again. I've tried it. I tried to take my 15-year-old son on, to Spain. The kid was everywhere, did not sit still. It was like I was just running around in 32 degrees being a mom, and, like, I thought to myself, I'm never ever going again on holiday when my kids are so young. But you just have to experience it. The same thing is when you're just starting a journey, like, you just have to go through it, like, try to all of do those type of things, like, go viral, create dancing reels, lip syncing reels, do that kind of shit. And after a while, you know it is not working because you're posting content like an influencer. And you need to understand the difference of creating content to get brand sponsorships, brand deals, creating content to grow your audience. So the companies can place the products and borrow your audience, and you get money from it that way. And creating content to attract qualified leads who are ready to buy from you. That's two different business models, and they want two different goals. But here you are trying to sell a service and posting like an influencer. Dancing reels, trending audios, lip syncing reels is not working, because when you're selling something to someone, they go through the buying decision journey. They go through 3 different stages: unaware, problem aware, solution aware. You need to create content that will lead them through the buying decision journey. They need this information to make a buying decision. They need to understand who this program is for, who this service is for, what kind of problem this service solves, and how this service is solving that problem. They need all of these things to make a buying decision. But you are posting to grow your audience, gaining reach, gaining likes, gaining comments. So the only way for a prospect to get that information is to book a discovery call, book a sales call with you. So you spend your 60 minutes trying to lead your prospect through these 3 phases. And they are here unaware that they actually have a problem. They are unaware what the problem is, or they are unaware what the solution is. So it is 60 minutes waste, because they're not going to buy from me anyway, because they have no idea what the problem really is. But what you should do instead is to create content from when a person lands on your page and getting aware that you exist. You need to create content that educate them on the problem that they're currently experiencing and how to solve that specific problem, because they are aware of the symptoms that they have, but not everybody is aware that they have a problem. You need to use that content to educate them on the problem. You need to use your content to tell them that you have a solution to solve. You have a solution to solve that problem. And your solution is the best solution to fix that problem. So when they book a call with you, you have shifted their perspective before they book a call with you. They know what the problem is, and they just need to understand if your solution is the best solution. Should they invest in you? Do they trust you? They have questions regarding your offer. They have questions regarding your program. You and your prospect discuss if you are a best fit for each other, instead of you booking a call with an unqualified lead that has followed you because of the trending audio and the trending reel or the trending whatever, and they're not ready to buy because they're not aware of what the problem really is. So you need to stop creating content like an influencer if you try to build a business to sell something to someone. You need to use content to highlight the value that you sell, to highlight what kind of solution is the best solution to solve the specific problem that they have. So understand there's a difference if you're trying to build a business and sell a product or sell a service, or if you're trying to build a huge community, a huge audience, so companies can pay you dollars to place their products in front of your audience. I don't get a lot of likes, I don't get a lot of comments, but I get DMs and I get people to buy because I create content that will lead the audience through a buying decision journey. And I make content specifically for high ticket buyers. I know what kind of content they want. I know what kind of objections they have. I know what kind of content format they like to observe, and I know what kind of platforms they like to observe that content. You don't see me doing trending dancing reels with trending audios. But you are here creating all of these type of content pieces that is not converting anything. You're not even using your own tone of voice. You're not using your voice, so the people do not know you, they don't trust you, that they don't know who you are. All they see is like you being funny by doing a viral dance video. So understand there's a difference and learn how to use content to attract qualified leads to you, because that is the only objective that you have if you're building a business, to attract qualified leads, the leads who are ready to buy and is best suited for your program, for your offer, who your offer is for. Because like creating content is an extremely powerful tool if you know how to use it right. So I hope this video gave you some clarity and gave you some value. And if you have more questions, let me know in the comment sections or send me a DM on Instagram and I will respond there and continue the conversation with you. So I'll see you in the next one.